Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Now I'm going to report the latest coronavirus pandemic real-time big data report. The data is updated to 30th of March 2020, 18:46 p.m. Beijing time. Now let's have a look for the domestic epidemic data in mainland China. We can see that the confirmed diagnosis number is 3,243, which is 236 less than yesterday. And the cumulative diagnosis cases 82,505, which is 106 more than yesterday. Suspected cases 168, which is 17 more than yesterday. And the cumulative cure cases 75,949, which is 337 more than yesterday. And overseas input number is 723, which is 30 more than yesterday. Cumulative death cases 3,313, which is 5 more than yesterday. So that's the overall data in mainland China. Now let's move on to have a look for the infection maps in mainland China. We can see that the maps didn't change a lot, remain almost the same, but we can see that Hunan and Anhui returned to zero confirmed diagnosis cases, and all the other cities and provinces more than 100 cases remain the same: Hubei, Beijing, Shanghai, Taiwan, Guangdong, and Hong Kong. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for national total new diagnosis, new overseas input confirmed trend. We can see that the data is updated to 29th of March. Total new diagnosis number is 106 and added overseas input number is 30. So we can see that the new added cases in mainland China actually now is more than overseas inputs. So the situation still not very clear in mainland China because still have some new cases within mainland China, not just overseas inputs numbers. But the good thing is that we can see the lines keep dropping down slowly. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for different regions of China. We can see that Hubei has no new added cases. Existing cases 1,733 and death cases 3,186. I'm not going to report all the cities one by one. If you are interested, you can just pause this video and have a look by yourself. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for other province out of Hubei province. We can see that Hong Kong has 59 new added cases over all existing cases 555, and grand total number is 682, and 4 people die in Hong Kong. Taiwan has 15 new cases, Shanghai 6, Beijing has 1 new cases. Guangdong has 9 new cases, Fujian has 2, Tianjin has 3, Zhejiang and Macau has 1. And Inner Mongolia has 2 new added cases. Jiangsu, Shandong has 1. Both Gansu and Liaoning has 2 new cases, and Hebei has 2 new cases as well. Okay, that's the overall data in mainland China. Now let's move on to have a look for the data out of China. It's all over the world. It's called epidemic abroad here. We can see that the confirmed diagnosis cases 549,330, which is 46,615 more than yesterday. And the cumulative diagnosis cases 654,865, which is 59,248 more than yesterday. So we can see that the cumulative diagnosis number out of China is more than 654K now. Cumulative cure cases 77,944, which is 9,335 more than yesterday, and the cumulative death cases more than 30,000 now. It's 31,591, which is 3,298 more than yesterday. So we can see that every day more than 3,000 people die with this new coronavirus. So don't think that it's just a big flu. It's not a big flu. It's coronavirus. It's a dangerous coronavirus. So now let's move on to have for new diagnosis train at home and abroad. At home means in China, abroad means out of China. The vesting number is 106, which means China. Foreign means out of China. 63,033. So we can see that within a day, more than 63,000 people been tested positive with this new coronavirus. So be careful, everyone. Stay at home if you can. But if you do need to go out, please wear a mask and clean your, wash your hands as frequently as you can. Okay, now let's have a look for newly diagnosed countries, top 10. We can see that America has 18,500 new added cases, followed by Spain has 6,549, and then followed by Italy, Germany, Iran, France, England as well. I'm not going to report them one by one. Now we can see the data here, new confirmed top 10 upstairs, and then underneath it's the existing, it's ranking by the cumulative diagnosis cases. We can see that number one country is United States, which has 143,722 and 2,566 people died, almost double these death cases in United States. As we expected a couple of days ago, we can see more death cases in United States because of the data based on other countries. We can imagine that probably more death cases coming up in United States in the coming few days. And then followed by Italy, which has 97,689 cumulative diagnosis cases. 10,779 people died with this new coronavirus. We can see that the situation in Italy is still very severe because the mortality rate now is 11%. Every day the mortality rates keep going up, so it's very dangerous. And the situation in Spain also very severe because the mortality rate is also 9%. 7,340 people die in Spain. And followed by Germany, France, Iran, United Kingdom, Korea, and Japan. Okay, let's move on to have a look for each country in different continents. Now, the first continent is Europe, because some of the countries we already read the detailed data above, so I'm not going to report the countries one by one. You can just have a look by yourself. I will just slowly slow down this screen so that you have a chance to have a look for the data of each country. Okay, here is the data in Europe. Now let's go move on to have a look for the data in North America. As we mentioned, the United States is the most severe country in North America, and then followed by Canada, Mexico, and Canada. Yeah, once again, I'm not going to report the data one by one, so just slowly slow down this screen so that you have a chance to have a look for the data in each country. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for the data in Asia. As we mentioned many times, Iran is the most severe country in Asia, and then followed by Turkey. It's so surprised that Turkey now ranked number 2, and we can see a lot of new active cases in Turkey. So the situation in Turkey is getting worse now. And then followed by Korea. Yes, once again, I'm not going to report all the countries one by one. We just slowly slow down this screen so that you can have a chance to have a look for all the data in different countries. Okay, now let's move on to have a look for the data in South America. We can see that South America has overall 11,335 diagnosed cases. Brazil is the most severe country in South America. Let's keep going to have a look for the data in Oceania. We can see that Oceania has overall 4,938 cumulative diagnosis cases. The most severe country is Australia, which has 4,245 cumulative diagnosis cases and 284 new added cases. 18 people died in Australia. Another 2 new death cases in Australia. We can see this couple days every day has 1 or 2 new death cases in Australia, and followed by New Zealand, which has 589 cumulative diagnosis cases. Okay, let's have a look for the data in Africa. We can see that the overall number is 5,072. South Africa is the most severe country, which has 1,280, and then followed by Morocco, Egypt, etc. Okay, the last one is the Diamond Princess Cruises, which has 99 existing cases, remain the same 712 cumulative diagnosis cases, 603 people discharged, 10 people died. Okay, that's the overall data about this new coronavirus pandemic all over the world. Yeah, once again, if you like our channel, please make sure click the subscribe button, subscribe our channel. Thank you very much. Goodbye.